Have you ever wondered how intelligent extraterrestrial beings might be? It's a question that's tickled the minds of many, from scientists to science fiction fans. When we think about aliens, we often picture advanced civilizations, with technology so complex, it's beyond our current comprehension. Or perhaps we imagine them as simple, primitive organisms, barely scratching the surface of intelligence. These stereotypes have been shaped by our cultural narratives, the movies we watch, the books we read, and the stories we tell. They're influenced by our own understanding of intelligence, our own technological advancements, and our own prejudices. We tend to anthropomorphize these hypothetical beings, attributing to them characteristics that we deem intelligent, based on our own human standards. But what if these assumptions are just that, assumptions? What if our understanding of alien intelligence is skewed by our own limited perspective? What if we've been looking at it all wrong? But what if we told you these assumptions could be wildly off base? Imagine this scenario. One day, you wake up to headlines of a confirmed extraterrestrial encounter. Not a prank, not a hoax, but real, tangible proof that we are not alone in the universe. The aliens aren't what you'd expect, though. No green men with big eyes, no slimy creatures with tentacles. These beings are different, incredibly so, that they are almost incomprehensible to us. They communicate not through words or sounds, but through intricate patterns of light, their bodies glowing and pulsing in a mesmerizing dance of colors. Their thoughts, their emotions, their ideas all expressed through this beautiful and complex light show. The first scientists who try to communicate with them are baffled. Our languages, our signs, our gestures all seem meaningless to them, but they are patient, they watch, they learn. And then one day they respond. Not with words, not with gestures, but with mathematics. They begin to draw shapes in the air with their light, circles, triangles, complex geometrical figures. They're speaking the universal language of mathematics, a language that transcends cultures, species, even galaxies. And in this language, they tell us about their world, their culture, their history. Despite our differences in appearance, in biology, in culture, they show signs of advanced intelligence. They've mastered interstellar travel. They've developed a form of communication that seems almost magical to us. They've built a civilization that has endured for millions of years. It's a humbling experience, to say the least. We, who have always considered ourselves the pinnacle of intelligence, are suddenly faced with beings who are so different yet so advanced. Beings who make us realize that intelligence is not just about knowledge or technology or power. It's about understanding, about patience, about communication. This encounter would completely change our understanding of intelligence, wouldn't it? But before we go further, how do we define intelligence? Well, from a human perspective, it's a multifaceted concept. It's not just about solving math problems faster than anybody else, or being able to recite all the capitals of the world. Intelligence is much more layered and complex. One aspect of intelligence is problem-solving ability. This is the capacity to navigate difficult situations, to analyze problems, and to come up with solutions. It's about the ability to use what you know and apply it to new and unfamiliar scenarios. It's the chess master, studying the board and plotting the next 10 moves. This is what we often think of when we say someone is smart. Then there's learning ability. This is about how quickly and efficiently you can absorb new information and skills. It's about the capacity to adapt to new situations and to learn from experience. It's the student, cramming for an exam, absorbing pages of information and making connections between concepts. Let's not forget creativity. This is the ability to think outside the box, to come up with new ideas, to see connections where others don't. It's the artist, painting a masterpiece, or the inventor, dreaming up the next big thing. Creativity is a vital part of intelligence, often overlooked in our focus on facts and figures. And finally, there's emotional intelligence. This is about understanding and managing your own emotions, as well as being able to understand and empathize with the emotions of others. It's the friend who always knows what to say to make you feel better, or the leader who inspires and motivates their team. But here's the rub. All these definitions are based on human biology, human culture, human experiences. If we're talking about aliens, beings potentially with a completely different biology and culture, can we really apply these same definitions? Would an alien species even value the same types of intelligence that we do? Perhaps our definitions of intelligence are too narrow and anthropocentric. So, how might we understand and recognize alien intelligence? That is a question that has puzzled scientists for years. When we think about intelligence, we often think about it in human terms. We think about reading, writing, solving complex problems. But alien intelligence might be different, very different. Understanding and recognizing alien intelligence presents a unique set of challenges. For starters, their intelligence might not be based on the same principles as ours. They might perceive and interact with their world in ways that are completely foreign to us. Our methods of communication, our tests for intelligence, might not even register with them. Consider the octopus on Earth, an invertebrate with a surprising level of intelligence. It navigates its world in a completely different way from us, using a decentralized nervous system and camouflage abilities. If such diversity of intelligence can exist on our own planet, imagine the potential forms of intelligence that could exist out in the universe. This brings us to the concept of convergent evolution. It's the idea that similar environmental pressures can lead to similar traits or behaviors developing in different species. We see this in the wings of bats and birds, the ability to fly evolving independently in both. Could a similar principle apply to intelligence? Could the pressures of survival in the vast cosmos lead to the evolution of intelligence in ways we can recognize? On the other hand, there's also the possibility of completely unfamiliar forms of intelligence. Imagine a form of intelligence that exists purely as energy, or one that perceives time in a non-linear way. These are concepts that are hard for us to grasp, but they could be a reality in the universe's infinite possibilities. In the end, recognizing alien intelligence might not be as straightforward as looking for a universal translator or a mathematical equation etched in the stars. It might require us to rethink what we know about intelligence, to challenge our preconceptions, to be ready for the unexpected. Recognizing alien intelligence might be more challenging than we think, but it's a challenge that could redefine our understanding of life, intelligence, and our place in the universe. So how smart are aliens? The answer is, we don't know yet. As we've journeyed through this interstellar conversation, we've tackled a few key points that help us understand the complexity of this question. We began by pondering the concept of alien intelligence, musing over the idea that extraterrestrial beings may exist, and if they do, what their intellect might be like. We delved into the essentials of an encounter, contemplating how our first contact with an alien species might unfold. The scenarios are as diverse as the universe itself, ranging from peaceful exchanges of knowledge to more tumultuous encounters. We then explored the definition of intelligence, realizing that our understanding is both limited and anthropocentric, shaped by our own experiences as human beings. Our criteria for intelligence is based on our own cognitive abilities, and we must acknowledge that this could limit our ability to recognize intelligence in forms that are unfamiliar to us. In our discussion on alien intelligence, we recognized that the cognitive capabilities of extraterrestrial beings could be vastly different from ours. They might possess forms of intelligence that we can't even fathom, and their ways of communicating, problem-solving, and creating may be entirely alien to us.